make it. So make it a good one.
Happy Monday night.
Hello.
It's been a couple weeks.
Oh my gosh, long time no see. Thank you guys for being so good to us and just being cool with us, taking a little bit of time. We had so much. And I'm like, babe, I can't give my 100%.
Yeah.
And I don't want to come on here and give you a half-ass.
That's exactly it.
We do whole ass or no ass. So
yeah, we don't want to show up here and just be like, man, what do you guys, how's it going? Yeah, we wanted to actually provide you with something.
We wanted to like be here for you.
Yeah,
100% here for you.
And so we had a couple things going on the past couple of weekends, couple of shows going on, and she had hers to prepare for, and I had mine to prepare for, and it was just it was down to that what they call the con crunch, if you will.
Right. Getting all that last minute stuff together. My fellow friends on here that are vendors and cons, you know what we're talking about.
Didn't know if we knew how to log on anymore.
I forgot my password.
Yeah. No, it was just
I forgot there was a plus sign at the end of it. I messed up.
It sucks that I don't want to say it sucks that we do this on Monday night. I love doing this on Monday night, but it sucks that we had so much going on at the front of every week that
just had to wait.
Yeah.
But we're here now, guys.
So that's
all that matters. We're here now. So I got to kind of talk about what happened
last weekend. Not
Day.
This past weekend, but last Friday.
Yes. So Lunatics puts on lots of cool events around Orlando, and they were putting on this Valentine's Day.
It's a great concept.
Super cool, right? So it had a market. They were going to have some food trucks, and then they were going to show like The Shining and Scream like on a big screen at the Orlando Amphitheater. Super cool event. Like it was like a date night that you could, like a spooky date night. You bring your significant other, get some noms at the food truck, watch a movie, go shopping, cosplayers. Really cool event. And it was going for like 6 p.m. to midnight on a Friday night because it's Friday the 13th, right? Super cool. So we get there about 2:00 and it is cold and windy, like super windy outside.
Before you go any further.
Okay.
I had started filming that day. So let me show.
Okay.
I only got this one clip. I only was able to record like the intro clip.
Gotcha.
And then I'll let you tell the last of your story after that.
Okay. Sure.
So the elements are against us today. Say hi, Gretchen. Today we are at the Valentine's Day event in Orlando. We're in the Orlando Amphitheater right now, and so Gretchen has set up all of her merchandise back here. There's her cool little banner, but the wind is insane. There's a tent over here that literally flew off the ground. It is very windy. She's over here holding the tent down. The banner doesn't help. The banner wants to turn this into a kite. So this is what we're here doing today. It's a fun event. It's like a horror themed date night, right?
Yes.
And so they're having a double feature of Scream and The Shining.
Yes, underneath my warmness, I'm wearing an Overlook Hotel t-shirt.
Yes.
Does that count as being on trend?
Right? I have my socks. See? My carpet socks. We're dressed for the event, quite apparently. So
You can tell.
But we are very early in the day. It doesn't actually get started till like 6 o'clock. I think it's only like 3:30 right about now. We showed up in plenty of time to get this all set up, which we needed because the wind is insane today. So I'm going to, while she's over here bending at her table, selling her goods, holding down the tent, I'm going to walk around and show you guys what today's event is all about. Holding the tent down.
I'm holding on for dear life.
When we had set up that tent, we're like, maybe it's better if we have the walls to block the wind from coming into the tent.
That was a terrible idea.
As soon as we zipped up the walls, it tried to lift off the ground.
And so I grab onto it, and I'm like holding onto this thing for dear life. I said, take the wall off, go, go, go. So I'm a trooper. You guys, you don't understand. Like, I would have literally stood there and froze my ass off and held on to my tent for dear life until midnight and not complained at all.
Yeah.
I never complained about anything. So
let's be honest though. Let's be honest. The frustration of setting it up
Oh my God.
was a nightmare because that wind is blowing the whole time.
I had to hold back tears trying to like
Just
get
put
my
the tablecloth down.
I couldn't even put it took 4 hours for me to set all
we
that
had
up.
clamps. We had these clamps.
All
that
of
we
the
clamped
clamps. I had
all around the
any
table.
kind of clamps. I got some clamps. I taped that shit down. I did. I mean, I was like, please, Lord, baby Jesus. So I get it all set up. I get it figured out. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do this.
Mhm.
This is happening. 30 minutes before they decided that it was too.
Hold on. I was also running around helping other people keep their tents intact.
That's true.
We had a friend who the center of their tent snapped in half. The wind bent it in half, so they had to duct tape it together. One tent at the far end lifted up, and the weights that were holding it down went flying in the air.
Yeah.
And so
yeah, we had weights on our tents and everything. Like I had 80 pounds of weight on each leg of my tent.
Yeah.
And so it's not that we weren't weighing them down or anything like that. There was actually one occasion where somebody's tent across from me lifted and actually came at me. And I went into, I blacked out a little and I went into Super Saiyan mode. And I just I felt the force and I was able to block the leg with my hand and it flew off to the side.
Oh, good job. You're very talented individual.
And then I looked up and I said, not today, Satan. No, but it really did fly at me and I was able to kind of deflect it away.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, this is unsafe.
It was getting very dangerous.
This is very unsafe.
We were right on the edge of a lake. I don't know if you saw in that video. All that area that was behind me that was kind of open, that was all going to be full of tents as well. But we were there early, so they weren't set up yet.
It just and truly, Lewis came over and talked to us, and Lewis is the runner of the show, and he came over and talked to us, and he's like, I can't. It's just unsafe. And at that point, I was like, you know what? We support you. I would have done my damnedest to be here, but it truly was so windy. So sadly, the Valentine's Day was canceled. So we packed it up and we went back home and we both sat in hot baths and drank cocoa.
So cold.
Because it was like Florida cold, but Florida cold is a different kind of cold. We're not used to this. And so the weather was getting really cold. It was it was 40 degrees.
And so someone said in order for those winds to be able to lift up the tents that are weighted down like that, they had to be at least 40-mile-an-hour winds.
Yeah, it was insane.
So it was crazy.
So Kristen had a freaking field day with this, right? And so the pictures of Tim's hair blowing, she was sending us pictures of the treasure trolls.
Yeah.
And she's like, who wore it better? And she was having a field day with that. Hilarious.
Right.
Hey, Randy's here. What's going on? Lexi's here.
Hello. Oh, hi guys. Hello. Thanks for popping in. So unfortunately we both took off a day of work that day. Went all the way out there.
Work, schmirk.
Set everything up. It was looking great. The only thing we were stressing about is making sure that the tables just didn't blow over. And then, like you said, half an hour. It was getting dark. Half an hour before everything was supposed to go.
Like, we just can't.
He's like, I think we got to shut it down. We can't.
But I 100% support them for making that decision, and it really was safer for everybody. But it was an experience though. Those of us who were there, we bonded this day. We have all bonded.
We were in survival mode. Because it's how can I help you stay up?
It was like when we were getting ready for the hurricanes and all the neighbors chip in and help you get everybody boarded up. Yeah. We were all bonding together. I'll pull my truck down and you can tie to my truck. We can make this happen. The people around it was really a bonding.
There were a couple people, their tents literally destroyed. They just left them. They just left them, piled them up, left them there, and split.
I mean, I would have done the exact same thing.
And these are heavy-duty steel frame tents.
They're not. They're not little. They're 10-foot square tents. So we're not. Yeah.
So
that was fun.
That was insane.
That was last week.
Yes.
But last weekend.
This past weekend.
Yeah. Tell us about it.
So this past weekend was again Central Florida Comic-Con. You guys might remember that last year they hit me up and I did the artwork for the convention and the badges. They used the same artwork for
It
that.
was his Doctor Strange.
My Doctor Strange that I did.
Remember?
Yeah, and so back in December, just last month, one of the people involved with setting up the show hit me up and they're like, "Hey, would you be cool with doing us some more artwork?" And I was like, "Wow, this is really short notice. I'll send you some things that I already have and you can pick and choose from whatever you want to do with that." And they're like, "Sweet." So they ended up using some of my artwork for the badges for the convention this year.
So cool.
And so this is one that the exhibitors and vendors and artists wore.
Yep.
And so this is my Super Saiyan Goku. And it actually says down here, by TV Artworks.
That's so cool. And honestly though, shout out to Central Florida Comic-Con because they actually do take the time to contact artists for these. You know, we've been to many cons and the badges are just like very simple. Like this is a really cool thing. And it is kind of like a cool badge of honor. Be like, hey y'all, like it's cool, like kudos. What is that word I'm looking for? Bragging rights. That's what I'm looking for. I think that's really awesome, and I would encourage other cons to do the same.
All other cons that we've been to, it's like the convention name is the highlight, is the big piece.
Yeah.
And then there might be some little design around it or something.
They know where they are.
But the fact that it emphasizes the artwork, and then their icon is like the smallest thing on there. It's like all the way down in the corner. Right?
I just think that's really sweet. But they used more than one image.
So yeah, so like I said, this was for the people who were like selling things basically. Mm-hmm. And then the volunteers, the staff, and the celebrity guests all wore this Deadpool.
Super, super cool.
Yeah, I was really happy about that. And funny enough, so the only reason I know that the guests, like the celebrities actually wore these as well, is because you remember I was telling you I was going to make a new duo artwork for the convention.
Right.
Which was
Phineas and Ferb.
Yeah. And so because the voice actors were going to be there, but this year I opted to do Space Ghost instead because George Lowe, the voice of Space Ghost from Coast to Coast, he was there. So I was like, that's an easier one to do since I'm on kind of a time crunch. But otherwise I was going to do a Phineas and Ferb. Well, this guy walks up to my booth and he's like, oh my God, he's like, you match your booth. Like everything is just so colorful and wild here. And I noticed he was the only person that I had seen that had guessed down here at the bottom. And I was like, oh, I didn't know who he was, never seen his face before. So I was like, hey, cool. Chatted for a second and he moseyed on. And then I realized that the guests were the celebrities that were there. So I'm like, crap, I don't know who this guy was.
That was somebody. It was definitely somebody.
So I saw an Instagram post today with this guy. He was tagged in it. He's the voice of Phineas from Phineas and Ferb. And I was like, son of a gun. I had no idea. Because the celebrities like never walk the floor. They don't want to get bothered like out in the general population.
You were also like, he sounded really familiar.
Yeah.
And I couldn't put my finger on it.
I was like, I've never seen his face before, but I feel like I know who he is. And he was the voice of Phineas from Phineas and Ferb.
That's how I feel about I was walking by George Lowe and he was busy talking to somebody and I wasn't trying to like listen in, but it's kind of like you're just sitting in the room with Space Ghost and it's his voice. It's just his like he's not putting on a voice, he's just speaking and it's like, but I just want to listen to you talk.
Yeah,
because it's. I mean, I watched so much Space Ghost as a kid that I'm like, it's comforting just to listen to him talk. Like, I want him to narrate an audiobook for me. And it would be so great.
Hello, Dave. Hello there. Thanks for being here tonight. So excited for that new series. What new series? Is there a new, like, Phineas and Ferb series?
I don't know. What are you talking about?
Yeah, you tell me what new series is popping up.
Hi,
Matt, hello, friend. Thanks for being here.
What's that?
What meant the most to me over the weekend though was the people who walked up to me to have me sign their badges.
I got a little verklempt. It was really neat.
It was towards the end because that's when everybody was kind of dying down and they had time to go visit other artists. But apparently, if you got the Deadpool badge, you wanted the Goku, and if you got the Goku, you wanted the Deadpool. Like nobody got the badge that they wanted.
Everybody wants somebody else.
Everybody wanted the other badge, and so I actually, obviously, this has staff. I had to go ask for this guy. I had to go hunt down some staff and
Dave said yes, new Phineas and Ferb.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Well, it shows how much we know.
Right.
Like,
yeah.
The only thing about Phineas and Ferb I know is that I really love the bad guy. Like
the doctor.
The doctor, yeah. You know, it's like the weird German.
Yeah.
That's
it is a German accent, isn't it?
That's me though. Like I'm the weird German. So I'm like, oh yeah. I get it. Okay. It's mine. It's
got
me.
You. And that I guess that would make sense why they're on the contour right now, because they have a new series coming out. That would make sense.
That makes sense.
I enjoy Phineas and Ferb, and I've watched quite a number of cartoons, but I don't know anything about what's going on with the fandom of Phineas and Ferb.
I don't seek out Phineas and Ferb.
Yeah.
But I don't dislike it.
No, for sure.
Yeah.
Right.
But you know what you also did for the con, babe? You brought out a couple new art pieces.
Oh shoot! Yes, I did.
You did.
I did. This is what kept me busy so that I couldn't do Phineas and Ferb.
Yeah.
Now I've done these guys before, but
this is what you decided to do instead
this is what I decided
of Phineas
to do
and
as
Ferb.
well. Yeah.
But I like this.
So this came out really well.
You tweaked it and put it together.
We're big fans of Adventure Time.
Yes.
And so I felt I was better suited for this fixing up my Adventure Time series, and especially with this holographic matting to it.
The matting looks super cool.
But yeah. So these guys are new. They were new for this weekend. They'll be going up on the website very soon.
Yep, we're gonna get some pictures, put them online. I am actually kind of hoping for a third piece of that Adventure Time set.
Oh, she wants
I need a lumpy space princess. If y'all want Tim to do lumpy space princess, put it down there and be like, oh my god, whatever.
Yeah, right.
Make me lumpy space princess.
No, I can't do that. That's not fair. I mean, nobody else was charging for art. Celebrities were.
Oh, you know what though? You weren't there at your table. I was at your table for you, and I wanted to tell you the story and I didn't tell it to you, so I'm going to tell you now. I just remembered. So this man comes up and he's looking at your Space Ghost prints, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm like, yeah. I'm like, well, you know, he's here, so you could always get it signed. And he's like, yeah, give me 2 of them. I'm like, oh, okay. And he goes, yeah, I'm going to put these on eBay. And I was like, cool.
He's going to go get them signed and put them on eBay.
He's going to get them signed and put it on eBay. And I was like,
you know,
I just kind of was just like, okay, well, awesome. Have a good day.
That doesn't hurt me in the least. I mean, if he can go get the autograph and then get his money for it, you know what? I got my money out of my part of it, so I'm okay with it.
That's pretty cool though, because if you think about that, somebody goes on eBay to buy an autograph, and bonus, it's on a cool ass TV Artworks print. I'm cool with that.
Sure, I'm not hating on that. I mean,
I was just like. It was like never something I
it's kind of ballsy to say that to the person at the table that you're buying it from. That takes a little bit of guts or maybe lack of self-awareness. But
I mean, I respect it. I got no problem with it, but I thought it was really funny.
I got my part out of it.
So okay, sorry. I had to tell you that story.
Yeah,
really
no.
Funny.
I mean, good luck to him. I'm gonna look on eBay now to see what they go for.
Ooh,
I'm curious to see what they go for.
You could get a bidding war going so you could
raise the price.
Raise the price of it. Yeah.
That's a good idea.
I know what you people do.
A good idea.
I know how y'all work.
You're right. Yeah.
I'm not dumb.
My brother is my accomplice, so he's in. Another new piece that I did that I just finished.
I love this.
I actually only have 2 left.
Yes.
So that's these new Pokemon. I
absolutely love this piece. I love it. It's so great.
So this one kid came up and he's like, I'm buying my first piece of artwork ever at a convention, and it was one of these Pokemon sets. And I was like, dude, that's so rad. That means so much. Like,
oh,
that was his first piece of artwork.
There was a lot of sweet moments like that with some kids. Like this one little kid.
Talking about the Ren and Stimpy kids?
So this little child came running up, and it was like him and like his brother, and they had to be maybe 7 years old or younger. And he reaches his hand out to me. He's got this wad o' cash in his
It's
hand.
literally just a
It's
wad of
literally
cash
just
of like ones.
wadded, balled up ones. And he goes, Ren and Stimpy, please.
Yeah.
And I'm like, get this kid some Ren and Stimpy.
Right, yeah. Because I have a set of Ren and Stimpy, and the only people that were like acknowledging that the Ren and Stimpy were up on the mat behind me were like people my age, our age. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like,
when these kids, even seen these kids before, they came running
when
up
these
for
kids
it.
came up and just dropped like all the ones on the table and asked for the Ren and Stimpy. First of all, I'm thinking in my head,
how do you know
who Ren and Stimpy is? And secondly, I'm like, done. Let's do this.
Get this kid his Ren and Stimpy.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't even want to count this because first of all, I don't know where it's been. Like kids are usually sticky.
Yeah.
And second of all, I don't give a shit if there's not $20 in here. Get this kid some Ren and Stimpy because he needs it.
Right.
But there was $20 in there, so he did a good job. And then I washed my hands because they were a little sticky. They might have had some of that freeze dried candy stuck to it, but it was okay. It was okay. That child got his Ren and Stimpy. It was adorable.
Fangirling. 10-year-old me would be.
Oh, the Pokemon.
Oh, the Pokemon. Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Shoot, I remember back in the day.
There was a lot of sweet moments like that. It was like, I think it's really exciting when kids buy their first piece of art and it's like, this is going to hang up in my room.
Right.
And I'm like,
yeah, right.
You
Seriously.
do that.
So yeah, did the badges and created some new artwork and just overall, it was just, and like I said, the people that came up and asked to have them signed. Like one guy walked up with multiple badges because there was people behind the scenes.
Can you sign these for my friends?
Yeah, there's people behind the scenes that couldn't be there. So he's like, he had like a handful of badges.
It was really sweet. So while you were busy being having all these moments and stuff, I ran around and filmed. I got some footage and I'm gonna have you put them together so you can see what was going on.
Because quite literally,
you didn't get to.
We had a room that was the typical room that we have been in, but then they expanded to like the literal arena.
There was 3 separate
it was huge
areas.
This year.
It was very big. I got turned around. I got into a room and then I left. And then I was like, oh, I got to find this area. And I went and found, I was like, wait, I've already been in here. It was just so big. And so I had a lot of fun and I did a lot of footage. So I'm going to let you look through all that footage and maybe put it together and we can share it so that they can see all the cool stuff that they had.
Because I never made it out of the exhibit room that I was in.
You got to go to the bathroom.
You were in, the bathroom
and that was
and the exhibit room. And I'm stoked to see what was going on in the arena because we have some artist friends and who were in the arena set up there. Yeah. So I'm really curious to see what this footage is that you got.
It was lots of fun. So, I mean, I had fun coming up with new stuff for you. Like I came up with a few new cups for you. I don't know if you want to show them, but I did come up with some new stuff.
Yeah. We've got a couple of them here.
Do you want to
show them off?
Okay. Yeah. So, Tim's Creature Cup is really popular.
Yeah. That is like my #1 selling design.
His Creature from the Black Lagoon Cup that we make. And, I always make it in like, it's green and it's usually swirly and red. I usually put like bright green drips on it or something like that. Yeah. But I thought I was like, those were like black and white movies. So I'm like, honey, can you make it for me in grayscale? And and Tim's very like anti-black and white. We really are like Enid and Wednesday.
I mean, my stuff, the draw of my stuff is the vividness of it, not the blandness. So
I'm like, honey, just trust me. I got an idea. Just trust me. And so I came up with 2 grayscale Creature from the Black Lagoon cups.
So I dig the classic movie vibe, the black and white vibe. Like
right?
That's a cool one. I really like that one.
And then I got a little crazy with the glitter.
This one excites me because this one is super rad.
So I used silver sparkly glitter, and then I did this like.
It's literally an homage to the silver screen.
That's exactly what my thought was. Like I was thinking like fuzzy TV. Yeah. That kind of thing. So I made these 2 for TV artworks, and we're going to be listing these on the website as well. And then I went a little crazy.
This one's wild. This might be one of the wildest ones that you've ever made.
This was was way more complicated than it probably needed to be, but I really had fun with it.
I think you need to give people a second to absorb this and realize the rainbow of the spots, and it's so crazy looking.
I really like this one with all the glitter, and it's very, very sparkly. Like, it's even more sparkly, like in the sunshine.
Yeah,
and
it just
stuff,
looks like white dots on the screen, but that's actual holographic glitter.
You can kind of see the twinkle. So yeah, I made this one for you too, and I had a lot of fun with those.
Yeah, they're just so wild. So wild.
Yeah, I made a couple of each, and those are the last ones, but we're gonna put those on the website soon.
Yep.
But so while I was walking around the con, you know how I like to pick up things while I walk around.
Yes.
Especially when I find like vendors that have something unique or something cool.
The glitter is what got me on.
That one converted you to glitter, Lexi. I'm still offended about your glitter. Oh. So, also, by the way, before I continue, I wanted to give a shout out to my sister's oldest child. Kristen's oldest child, Ari, just had their 14th birthday, and I just would like to tell them that I love them very, very much, and happy birthday, and go to sleep. You don't need to talk on your phone at 3:00 in the morning. That's the Aunt Gretchen thing right there. You know that. So anyway, happy birthday, Ari. I love you, benches, and I want you to
call her out like that.
You know what? Because we family.
Call her out.
You know what? Here's the thing, guys. You gotta call out your family. You gotta call them out.
That's true.
Because that's how you be real with them. Then when they get older, they be like, my Aunt Gretchen don't mess around. She will call you out. You can't act a fool around Aunt Gretchen because she will call you out to the 1,000 viewers that watch this video.
Right,
so
go
to bed, Ari. All right. So while I was walking around.
Well, first of all, beforehand, with this right here, you had a friend at the con.
I did.
You weren't even hanging out at my booth. You came to help me out, and you were helping out your friend the whole time.
You know what? Okay. So first of all,
I kid, but
my absolute favorite thing about getting involved in the con world, especially from a vendor point of view, like we've been going to cons since we were teenagers, but like being in the vendor point of view, you get a different aspect.
Yes.
And so you spend the whole day, sometimes a whole weekend, and you kind of stumble across people that you see on a regular basis with them. And so you kind of get a chance to hang out with them. So that is me and my girl, McKenna. She is a fantastic spooky
We've
artist.
showed her stuff on here before.
We've showed her stuff here all the time. Absolutely love McKenna. And she is starting to make new stuff.
Yeah.
And her products are just getting better and better and better and better. And her art is phenomenal. So she did this really cool death card picture.
Death tarot card.
Death tarot card picture. And she put it on a shirt. She completely handcrafted this. She did the whole process herself. And it is phenomenal. Look at this thing.
It's a crazy kind of bleach-ish
isn't this gorgeous?
Tie-dye.
And let me just say, this is the softest freaking shirt. It's like butter.
This is her artwork here.
So great. So if you go over on her Instagram, you can check out her art. She makes these adorable little ghosts holding little pumpkins and stuff. And it actually it's so stinking sweet that it just it gives me a toothache.
How did you describe it? And she
Oh, okay. So we're talking about styles and such, and I'm like, your style is so interesting because it's gothic, but it's not like vampires and Dracula gothic. And she said her art is cottagecore goth.
Cottagecore goth.
Precisely.
That nails it
precisely.
Pretty well.
So if you are at a local con and you see McKenna, you tell her Gretchen say hey.
That's right.
And go check out her Instagram, buy some stuff.
She makes these cute ghosts.
Super cute
we
ghosts.
have a couple different in the rabbit. I bought a white rabbit from her.
She's got we have a picture.
White rabbit tarot.
It's a white rabbit tarot, the sun, and it's in the bunny room for Archimedes to look at. And he looks at it.
He honestly looks at it. He sits there
it.
inside of his cage, and you're like, what are you looking at? And you realize his eyes are meeting this white
I don't
rabbit.
know if they're plotting or if he's like, I'm about to F you up, or he's like, what a lovely piece of art. Who knows? Because he's crazy, but that's okay. So I hung out with McKenna the whole time. Like we we were having a good time. We were like texting, be like, "Oh, sweet cosplay coming your way."
Not gonna lie, like she was shivering the whole weekend.
It was cold in there.
And when I went over to say hi to her, like 40 feet apart, there was like a 5 to 10 degree difference.
She must have been like right under the air conditioner.
Had to be. It
Poor
was
thing.
freezing.
So I got some other stuff while I was around.
Yes.
So I walked around. We had some good friends at the Retro Rainbow. They were there.
Yes.
And
Retro.
do you see where
Rainbow.
they are?
Yep, right there.
Follow them. They are fantastic.
We met them at like the first con I ever did, I think.
They truly, it's their family,
Yeah.
and they're such
Yeah.
great people. And I spent the longest time. I probably weirded them out because I spent the longest time just staring at
perusing all the stuff.
The ginormous variety of cool ass earrings that these people make. Like they are all freaking cool, but I try to spread the wealth so I can talk about multiple people. So I always buy a little something, but I got a list.
So it's kind of like a family business, but I think Ashley is kind of like the lead.
She's the reigning queen.
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah.
I freaking talented. So anyway, I picked these up.
Yeah.
And this is one of probably about 20 pairs that I want. So I'm making a list, and next time I see them, I'm gonna get another.
Believe it or not, this is the first item that we have with this logo on it.
That's true. Okay, so check it out.
Despite all the hype that has happened.
Look at that.
But yeah.
Aren't those so cute?
I mean, I'm one of the people that want a Hellfire Club shirt. Like everybody's got them now, and I actually want one because I love that design.
Me too. I love it. I was like, I mean, they had so many cool ones, and as soon as I saw these, I was like, I don't have anything Hellfire Club, and I'm not a big Stranger Things fan, but I love this shirt, and I'm like, and I love the character that was wearing this one, so I'm very excited about these.
Good old Eddie.
These are great.
I think there's like a petition that people are trying to form to get MegaCon to bring him to MegaCon this year.
I would go meet that girl. Like, I didn't watch the show, but I freaking love their character, so I'm all about it.
Right.
I kind of was like drawn to like
earrings
and stuff like that. So I did get a second pair of earrings. I met this lady. She had tons of cool designs.
Okay.
And I really had a hard time selecting which one I wanted. But these were super stinking cute. And so her name is Sarah. And we have these adorable.
So they're ghosts. I don't know if you can tell.
Ghosts.
They have like little jack-o'-lantern grins on their faces.
They're so cute.
Come back just a little bit. Yeah.
My little T-Rex arms can't always reach it.
Yeah.
So I bought these. Super, super cute. I can't wait to wear them. I just love it. Those are the only earrings I bought, though. I did pretty good. I didn't go crazy.
So somebody that I met at the con, and we just sometimes you meet people and then you like have a camaraderie. You know what I'm saying? Just enjoy like chatting with each other.
It's like you instantly know you're my person.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
So Clara Dactyl Company, they make
freaking adorable.
They make it's fandom based stuff, if you will. So this item that I have here is a simple notebook, but it's based off of this viral web, I guess, kind of show. There's only a couple episodes on YouTube, but it's called Hell of a Boss. It's about assassins that are in hell. Okay. It's very, I don't want to say adult cartoon, but it's very Adult Swim kind of like. Gotcha. Like, it's not adult, but it's for like teenage plus,
14 plus kind of thing.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. It's that sort of animation.
Gotcha.
And so
that's really well made.
Yeah, the immediate murder professionals are they're actually a company of imps. They're assassin imps in hell. And
why not?
Why not? So I saw this and I was like, that's freaking adorable, and I actually need another one of these. I've had a notebook in my bag that I take to work for like a decade, and it's almost full.
Has a little notebook that they keep for ideas and such. But this is really well made.
Also, let's for just a brief second go behind the scenes a little bit and talk about the crafting that it takes on that decal alone. These little letters, like she has to like pull off the vinyl around these little letters. Like that takes a lot of effort.
Takes a lot of work.
Like this
and
book
hours
alone,
of work. Hours of work. So like when you see prices at craft fairs, realize that these things take a long time.
These people have to pay themselves.
This pay the money. Don't give any crap. Pay the money because this is This is art. This
And
is
so
this is craftsmanship.
They make
This
a
is
lot
well
of
made.
stuff like this. Their Instagram is obviously, their Instagram and Etsy is right here.
Super cute.
Go
table.
check out
yeah.
the shop.
Go check
a lot
it
of
out.
fun stuff there.
Very fun stuff.
Yeah.
I love meeting makers. I love meeting makers.
Right. People who get crafty.
I think it's a fantastic way to present yourself to the world. So I met this lady who has a laser engraver cutter thing, right?
Okay.
And she had all of these really cool like ornaments and little pieces of wood, and she had bookmarks. Who doesn't need a bookmark, right? Because I read a lot of books. I read about 4 books a week, so I need my bookmarks. So, but I know you read too, so I got one we could share.
Okay.
This is wood engraved, right?
Yeah.
Super nice. Check it out. Look at that. Oops, let me go that way.
So you know what I appreciate about the Deathly Hallows there?
It doesn't say
It
Deathly
doesn't
Hallows.
say Deathly Hallows.
It's a if you know, you know situation.
Listen,
but this is beautiful quality. These are really nice.
Universal Studios owns the Universal and Warner Brothers, I think, owns the Harry Potter rights, if you will, because Harry Potter land, if you will, is at Universal Studios.
Right.
Everything that has the Deathly Hallows on it,
says underneath
Deathly Hallows, and it drives me insane.
This is supposed to be like a secret society thing, right?
Yeah.
Like it's if you know situation,
right.
but then they're like, oh no, that's what this is.
Yeah.
Just in case you didn't know.
Correct.
I agree. So I appreciate that she didn't do this, but I love this.
I like the little elder wand underneath it.
Yeah, it's really cool. And she has a really huge variety. She had some beautiful cutting boards that were engraved.
Oh, that's cool.
Like she did really cool stuff. So check out her Insta.
AC White Art.
AC White Art. And then so I went out into the arena, which had a lot of cool stuff. It had a lot of cool stuff. And I kept trying to go by this table, and there were so many people there. I had to do a few loop arounds.
Okay.
Because they had it was a candle table. They had candles, and you know how much I love scented candles and waxes and melts and stuff. So I wanted to go smell all the candles, but there was lots of people over there, constantly full at this table. I finally found a moment where he was not busy.
All right.
He was probably trying to eat his chicken wings, and I was like, no, now you're talking to me. And I went up there and I was smelling all the stuff, and I immediately stopped when I smelled this one. And I picked up some wax melts from them.
Okay.
This is a really cool company. So they make candles and all kinds of good stuff like that, and they do gaming. So they're all like gaming themed for like RPGs and like tabletop gaming and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So they're all so this one is Royal Garden. Countless flowers fill vast castle garden. Brilliant colors ascending stone enclosures, creating a harmonious, otherworldly arrangement.
So it's like a D&D scenario.
Correct.
Gotcha.
And they're all like themed in different fields. But as soon as I smelled this one, because you know how much I love flower smells.
Right.
I was like, okay, we can stop here. I'm going to take this. And a super neat guy. They're actually getting their own storefront in Orlando.
Oh.
So that's really cool. It's going to be like a gaming / candle shop. And so we have to go see these people. Like we have to go visit this because this is really a cool thing. And our local friends who are big into D&D, you know who you are, Titan Comics. You should go check this out too because it's really, really awesome. But I want you to smell this because I'm dying to put it in my wax filter, okay? Oh, it smells like heaven. Just take a whiff. Take a whiff. You don't even have to get that close to it.
It smells like the flower department of where? It's a place. No, it smells like a flower shop.
It smells like a flower shop.
It smells like a flower shop.
It smells like you walked into a wholesale flower shop where there's just thousands of flowers.
When you go into the flower shop and they have like the roses in a cooler and stuff like that, and you open the cooler, it's that like flower smell.
I am certain they had lots and lots and lots of different varieties of scents and such. But I am certain that this is the best of all of them because it's the one I like the most. But it's honestly because I stopped here. I was like, oh, that's really nice. Oh, that's really nice. And I was like, oh, nope, this is mine because I knew it was mine. Like,
I mean, it literally smells like a flower shop.
I joke when I say it's probably the best. I'm just saying that this is such a wonderful smell and it's got such a clean smell, and everything that I had smelled in those candles, they're all like really good quality scents and soy wax and stuff like that.
Okay.
And so it's like they're all themed and it's super nice, and it's and I want to go see this shop.
Cool.
I got to go to this shop.
So you said they got a shop coming up in Orlando?
They have a shop.
Okay, they do have a
Yeah.
shop. Okay. So this is actually, it says right now, if you visit their shop in Winter Park, Florida here, you can get 20% off in the store.
But that's with my coupon.
Oh, okay.
That's my coupon.
Well, then too bad.
You don't get 20% off. No, I'm joking. I'm sure if Scott probably does ads and stuff like that.
Maybe one coupon per customer.
Yeah,
so.
but this is his card. So yeah, so he does tabletop inspired merchandise.
That's pretty
and
cool.
Stuff like that.
That's a very
I think it's really
unique
really cool.
niche. That
super unique. I've never seen anything like this, and I really hope they do well because this is phenomenal. I want to go. I'm super excited. I don't do tabletop games, but I love the tabletop sets. Like I just want to make the tabletop sets so that other people can play the games.
Right.
That's what I have too much ADHD to like sit there and actually play the games, but I want to make the sets, and then I want to have a set that looks like it smells like this.
You want to get a bunch of,
and I'll make me a little purple-haired siren, and she can sit in the little rose garden. And then when your paladin comes into my rose garden, I can curse you and make you fall to the ground into a pile of dust until your healer comes, and then they can put a potion on you and heal you so that you can leave my lair.
And why don't you like Stranger Things?
That's right? Like that's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good for that
and I know you just pulled that out of the top of your
literally
head.
just made it up off the cuff as I was going. So
hey,
Steve.
No worries, Steve. Thank you for being here. Appreciate that.
So
you have something else there that you haven't shown me yet.
I have one more thing.
Okay.
I got a lot of stuff for myself.
You did.
I got things for me. I really was very selfish this weekend, and I was like,
oh wait, the laser people, the bookmark people were them.
Yes.
Okay, I had the wrong. So this is the laser cut people, the bookmark people.
Did you click the wrong one?
I did, because I don't know what I'm supposed to be clicking here.
I see.
Yes.
Sorry. No, this is Allie.
Yes.
AI laser.
AI laser design.
Yes. I don't think her name's Allie. AI laser.
AI.
Super sweet lady though. She was eating her lunch. I didn't want to bother her too much. But
so this is from AC White Art. So I'm guessing you bought a small art something.
I did. I bought you a small art print.
Okay.
Okay. So I walked by and I saw this and I was like, oh, this is cool. We need this. But they had big ones and they had smaller ones. We have a lot of big ones, so I need some smaller ones to put in frames to put in front of the big ones.
Is it Star Wars?
It's not Star Wars.
Is it Roger Rabbit?
It's not Roger Rabbit, but I totally bought it for you and only you.
Okay.
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 Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, ready?
That's really good.
Isn't that cool?
I dig that. That's really well done.
I love
AC
this so
White
much.
Art. Now, hold on a second. Let's be real. Let's be real. We have a couple Bill and Ted things back here, but we also know that the only reason you ever stop for Bill and Ted is because you want something that has Keanu on it.
No, it's totally. I thought of you. I was like, oh, Tim likes Bill and Ted.
Young Theodore Logan here.
I've loved him since his first role.
I feel like that's actually why you got it, because you're like, oh, it's got Keanu on it. I need to watch that. I need to get that, right?
Absolutely not.
Of course not.
Absolutely not.
Of course not.
I never would have done that. This is for you and you alone.
And I will take it. It is mine.
It's all yours.
And I like it.
You can display it where I can see it.
I really like that a lot. Little what is this? Not a 5x7, a 4x6.
Yeah, I want to
Nice
put it in a
piece.
frame.
Yeah.
Keep it
and
on
keep
my
it on your nightstand. Yeah, of course.
Right there.
All right.
So you can wake up. Be excellent to each other.
Be excellent.
Yes.
That's right.
So yeah.
Very cool. Very cool.
So I did take some footage of some pretty cool stuff while I was there too. So
yeah, I have not even glimpsed at it. I don't know what you got footage of. I know you got a lot of footage. So
I got a bit. Yeah. There's some cool stuff to see.
I'm gonna see if I can get that assembled for next Wednesday.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
So next month I have Sci-Fi Bartow, which is up in Bartow, Florida. It's a huge, massive outdoor market. It's only one day, but it gets like somewhere around the average of 30,000
It's
people.
like a geek-inspired outdoor market.
Yes,
yeah.
Sci-Fi Bartow. Yeah, exactly.
Super cool.
So
We're excited about that.
That's our next show that we're prepping for.
Oh, Drew's here. Hey, Drew.
What's going on, man?
Do you have fun at Splash Mountain?
Yes,
I saw you were there
yesterday was the last day Splash Mountain was open. Actually, on our little countdown video here before the stream starts,
was a picture
of us on Splash Mountain.
Like,
and we're like,
oh, you can't get that again.
Yeah, I can't do that anymore.
Oh,
so Drew was there on the last day.
Go check him out. Yeah. If you are not subscribed to Drew's YouTube, you should. He goes to Disney and Universal
It's
all
this
the
handle,
time.
Drew in the Moment. Go check that out on YouTube for sure.
Yeah, we'll have a table at Sci-Fi, so come see us, Drew.
Be excellent to each other.
That's right. My brother-in-law knows that I got this solely for you. And
obviously.
Not for me at all.
Yes, nothing. Yeah, obviously.
He understands.
Yeah. Gotcha. So that's about it that we have. Showed you the cool stuff that we have. Oh, before I stop. So hate to say it, but the website kind of gets the leftovers of what didn't end up being sold at the convention. So if my cousin Dave is here, gotta wait for the Darth Vaders because they're all gone. All the Darth Vaders are gone.
We never, you never know exactly what's going to be the hot thing.
That Darth Vader,
so you only bought 30 copies to put out, so they're gone.
People I made black and red frames for the prints, and people ate them up. So I don't know what to say.
You said it was a very bittersweet experience.
Yeah,
I think it's pretty cool that you got to do that, though. Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
So I do want to say, though, if you are not signed up to the email list, the free email newsletter on my website, go do so, because this month I'm giving out a free shipping code after you spend $35, but $35 in free shipping. You can get a lot of stuff at my website. But I also want to show you guys, here it is, having a Year of the Rabbit sale.
Yay!
On my website. My Usagi and Roger Rabbits are down to $12 for the 11x17s and $7 for the 5x7 right here. So, buy 3 of those.
I don't like this. I'm going to go over here.
Okay.
Here's a story.
Right.
About a girl named Gretchen.
So Usagi's always been kind of the convention special, if you will, but for $12, that's cheaper than I actually sell them at the convention. Actually, all of this is cheaper than I sell at conventions.
Celebrate the Year of the Rabbit.
Year of the Rabbit. I'll probably only be doing this for a couple weeks if you guys want to take advantage of that. But once again, you can get this sale automatically, but you have to sign up to my newsletter to get that email that has the free shipping code.
He don't spam you. He don't bomb you.
I send out one every month or every 2 months.
Do I still have to lean here? My neck hurts.
Okay, sorry. Here we go.
Goodness gracious.
So stop by the website over at tvartworks.com. Let's see here. Stylistically, I love that, and will be a kind of companion piece to the Boba Fett, which I don't have prints of anymore, which has a Slave 1 inlay in the helmet. The inlay is subtle. So that was the earlier part of the artwork that I was creating. I was doing a lot of inlay stuff, and I haven't done it in a very long time. So that Darth Vader is actually an older thing that hasn't been out for a very long time. Right?
I like it. It's retro. It's new retro. Neo retro.
Dave's one of only 10 people that have my Boba Fett, because I only made a handful of those as well. So the Darth Vaders, I will be getting more of those out pretty soon. Please hold 11x17 Roger Rabbit. I will. I'll hold on to one for you.
We'll take care of you.
Yeah, I'll take care of you, my dude.
Obviously, you're going to Sci-Fi Bartow, so we'll hook up. No worries. Right? Contact us. We'll get with you.
So, so I got sign up to the email list again. I got sales going on. I'm super excited about those. Also, in that email might be an exclusive $10 sale going on for other prints as well. So sign up to that if you haven't already. Let's see here. What else, baby? What else do we have?
Well,
if you guys are watching right now, give us a thumbs up. We would greatly appreciate that. Once again, check out my artwork over at tvartworks.com. Gretchen makes all of my cups that we showed you guys, but she also does a lot of her own stuff, which is what we were doing trying to do that last Friday. Go visit her.
I like to consider, I was talking to some other Gothic artists, talking to McKenna about hers is cottage core goth. And then there's another Gothic artist named Witchy Waifu, and she's really cool. And hers is disco fairy goth. And so I was trying to think of what you could call my aesthetic, and I have decided
Disco fairy goth.
Disco fairy goth. I like it,
I
right?
like it.
But I decided that I am what did I say? Boho goth.
Yeah,
because
I get that.
I like the mandalas and the yogas and all that stuff, but I also want Frankenstein and skulls.
Yep.
But I want them to be sparkly.
Yeah.
So I think boho goth is a good term.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. You can visit all of our socials over at Marvelous TNG.
You can actually follow our own personal Instagrams if you like. I post a lot of stuff with my day job and my baking, and then I also do a lot of making and ranting and whatever the hell I feel like doing. And Tim does his art on his Instagram.
That's right.
So,
that's right.
Absolutely.
And then our joint Instagram is right here at Marvelous T&G as well. Once again, sale going on. Be sure to check out the Year of the Rabbit sale on my website. Year of the Rabbit. Let's see here.
Late.
Tell Haley we said hello.
Haley took my guest room. Now I gotta sleep on an air mattress.
Right. Also, do we have any friends up in St. Augustine that would be willing to let us crash down a convention?
There's that.
Doing that call out. Any St. Augustine friends? We're looking to crash on a couch.
We're gonna couch surf in May in St. Augustine. If anybody wants to give us a holla. We will only make you do a low-key background search. I want to make sure you don't murder me.
Right. So, okay. So that's all we got for you guys today. I know it's not as long of a stream as usual for being gone for a couple of weeks, but we're finally getting caught up on things. I'm going to try we've
got a Universal Yums box, so we have to let it sit here for a month before we can let you see it. In
3 months, we'll get to that.
We'll get to it. Yeah, absolutely. We got lots of stuff coming up.
Yeah. So, that's right. That's what I'm going to say is that hopefully next Monday, I'll have the video that Gretchen took this past weekend. I'll have that all organized and up for you guys on next Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern. All right?
Yes, absolutely.
So we are very exhausted. This is the first time. This is the come down. This is the settle. So now it is bedtime, you all.
We have decided that we were given one last stretch, but now the time has come for me to brush my teeth and
Amen.
Do some of this.
Yes. So thank you guys for hanging out.
Thank you guys for joining us. We love you guys so much. If you love what you see, please give us a thumbs up and consider subscribing to our channel. And if you have friends who like our weird stuff, please share it with your friends. Yeah. We like new friends.
That's right.
We want to make more new friends.
That's right. Be sure to hit us up on all the socials.
That's right.
Until
next time, guys.
Take care of each other. We'll talk to you guys soon.
Bye.
Bye.